Hello Kitty's been in the news, huh? This little girl in my special needs class gave me this Hello Kitty mug. Isn't that cute? I love Hello Kitty. It's so sweet. It's just so it's sad it's tied in with that case, right? That case of that little girl, that 11-year-old who disappeared when she was 14. So I'm praying for that case. You know, I'm a sleuth kind of. I'm like a, and I was really happy to say, I have to share this with you. I feel so good about this. And then we're going to talk about sacred oils. I have it all organized today. And then we'll do a clearing and a meditation. I have to stay organized because I'm meeting with the village at 10:30. They're going to start digging up my street. Not looking forward to that. I heard a lot of noise this morning, and I look outside and it's as peaceful as can be. So I don't know what's going on there. I already fed my birds. But yeah, they sprayed my sidewalks. So, okay, so we're going to do a clearing. Sprayed my sidewalks. So I thought, what could I enjoy more than doing a healing and a clearing? So yeah, I hope you looked since our last meeting. I hope you looked at thinking about a leadership position in some way. You know, especially those people that are light workers. I mean, you really have to put the light out there right now. I mean, look at NATO. There could be a whole big war with NATO. I mean, I don't even want to put that thought out there. So let's throw it out the bottom of our feet because there's a lot of emotions connected with NATO. There's a lot of emotions, Iran, Russia. You know, it's like percolating on a stove and it's ready to boil over. And we really need the help of our ETs. Okay, we're going to be doing some clearing to our feet again. We really need the help of our ETs. I don't like calling them aliens. I like calling them intergalactics. You know, and all that's coming out, and people are realizing it. Hey, this is not just a global planet anymore. This is an intergalactic star system. You know, look at my friend. She gave me this shirt. It says, I'll be in my office. And it has the picture of the garden. Yep, I guess I'm going to be in my office right now, but in a whole totally different way. I have to monitor. I'm going to put up my own signs. Like they put up, oh, don't park here, don't park here. I'm going to put up my own sign, and I do have poster board downstairs, so that's good. You know, like don't bother my flat peach tree. I'm going to have that protected by some kind of fence or something. I don't want them to come in with their big bully machines and knock down my flat peach tree. So, you know, we really have to have a discussion. And then I have these plants that are called yucca. Yeah, it's kind of like an aloe vera plant, and you can actually take the leaves and make shampoo out of it. It's probably healing like aloe vera. I never had time to research it. All right, let's do another clearing here. And then I'm going to talk to you about the oils. Yeah, so that's what's going on. They're going to be excavating my street. Hopefully they don't find any remains. It's such a strange world we live in. Let's clear that out of our head. There's a lot of darkness right now. Take that out of our head. You know, try to visualize taking the darkness out of the heads of these leaders of the country. You know, since this is all about leadership, I want you to visualize like clearing out the darkness out of the heads. I know some of you don't like doing this. You have your own space to clear. Well, that's okay. So clear your own space first and then help clear the global space. Maybe the intergalactic space right now, right? With all these portals opening up. Let's just blow it out 3 times. I'm going to do some Reiki on the heart. Yeah, I guess I should think of doing some private sessions for people. You know, I don't have the time right now to even put this together unless I get some kind of download. You know, I did get a download recently of how I scheduled a live, so that was good. But I'm still learning a lot about the computer. And now that they're going to be digging and drilling out here, it's going to be really noisy. And I'm going to have to put earplugs in. So we're going to do, let's see, I'm going to show you the St. Michael oil I got. And it's supposed to be, you see in the bottom, there's like little dried up rose petals. I always shake it up to kind of diffuse the rose petals. It's cute, right? They should sponsor me. No, you give it, they don't sell it. You give a donation. So I gave them a $20 donation. And the thing about this oil, Archangel Saint Raphael, I mean, they say he's at a higher vibration than Saint Archangel Michael. And okay, I think it's a different vibration though. So you always bless yourself with it, and then they give you like a little, and I already did the prayers today. They give you like a little prayer card with it. So I've been doing that every morning, just to raise the vibrations. And he's supposed to be known as the angel of miracles, the angels of healing. And I felt like I got this great healing yesterday after I've been using these oils for my body worker, Lori. She did laser on me for my pain in my hip and for my arthritis. And we had to put on these goggles. So that was interesting. And I tell you, it was like night and day. It's like I was in pain yesterday. Today I don't have it. I mean, I do feel like she worked on my legs, because I've been working on my legs so I can walk again. So I felt like that was my miracle healing with that I was guided to the right practitioner. And then I also think I know some of you have this oil now, Saint Michael, the Archangel, and that's a bigger bottle of oil. And then you could just put that on, and say his prayer. You could just put it on your body. Because the darkness right now is trying to twist everything in the world. You see that. Everybody sees it, though. Do people in the light see it? It's like bullshit, right? Oh, I shouldn't swear on it. But so we have to stay in our center, okay? We have to stay in our center. Make sure you have a crystal for meditation. We're going to do a short meditation. And then I'm going to start sitting outside and waiting for these people that I'm going to meet with. So run to the bathroom, get your crystal. And I just want to read this one thing about the angels. And this is your homework. Your homework is to meditate on these countries that need help. And if you have to use a map for meditation, then get yourself a map or just pull one up online. And I want you to pray and meditate over these countries. Because a lot of psychics, they can predict things, like, oh, yeah, yeah, NATO. They see a war happening with NATO, which is not good, right? So the light workers have to get busy. And we really have to transform that. We can't just allow it to happen just because it's part of a prediction. You have, what does it say? You have dominion over the earth, right? We have dominion over the plants and animals on the earth. So how are we treating our earth, right? How are we treating our earth? I just looked at this right now. Another thing you might want to consider getting for your home is a power shield. Now, this is an old flyer. I just found it recently in all the papers I'm going through. It's called Clara, Clarus. And that's supposed to be good. You plug it in your outlets and it diffuses all the negative energy from impounding you all the time. I think that's where a lot of people have nervous problems. And look at your kids in front of the computer, right? Look at all these kids are being zapped. They're all being zapped. So that's not good. That's not healthy. I mean, I sit on a pillow. I sit on a special pillow. It was created by Hannah Kroger. And I don't know if they still make them. But when you sit on this pillow, it's kind of all bent up and folded. It has properties in it that diffuse the energy, from the computer from harming you. So I think that's something we have to consider. because we're being bombarded with a lot of different energy, whether it's on our cell phones, it's in our homes. We live in a sick society. I mean, in a way, with all this technology, all this stuff flying through our bodies and our cells. So we really have to stay focused, pray and meditate, burn some incense, do your dances, do Tai Chi, whatever can make you feel more centered. So the Angel Gabriel oil, isn't that amazing, that little bottle of oil? I trust it, I treasure it like gold. So he is of the green light, of the green ray. I see that green ray, it's connected with the heart. Okay, there's the green Buddha. So Raphael's green, and it's so funny, he's connected with Fatima, Portugal, that I actually got to go to with my kids. So I was happy I could go to Fatima. I'm that energy there. If you want to feel like powerful energy of the Blessed Virgin Mary, go to Fatima. I mean, they have this statue in front of this amazing basilica, right? And then it's surrounded by a fence, and people pray around it. But the energy there is so strong. It's amazing. Okay, so that's amazing. So connect it with that Fatima vibration, right? Okay, wholeness, vision, vision like leadership, right? Spiritual sight. It's funny that I make the cross on my third eye. Inspiration and truth. Inspiration of truth. Well, I would say inspiration of truth and truth. And then it says, in the name of Archangel Raphael, I am the resurrection and the life of my perfect health now made manifest. Of the life of my perfect health now made manifest. So yeah, he's physical. And then Michael is blue. My favorite color is blue and green, just like the ocean. He's the angel of protection. Oh, he's connected with Banff near Lake Louise, Canada. I guess what I'm learning is these archangels, they're always connected with some kind of location. And that's kind of like the location that maybe they're in charge of. I don't know. I think so, right? I mean, somebody must know this information. Freedom from fear. Call on Michael. And self-doubt. Ooh, that's a lot. People are struggling with self-doubt nowadays. Although I don't know, I think people are beginning more aware. I think after we had that partial lunar eclipse, there was definitely a shift in the atmosphere. I felt it. I don't know if you guys felt it, but it was like kind of like yesterday, right? This whole week was kind of like a soft, flowy kind of feeling. Strengthening of your faith, whatever it is, and perfecting of your soul. Right, because if you don't perfect your soul by recognizing what's true, what's wisdom, you're not going to be able to move forward. It's like excess baggage, right? Right. I heard a lot of people were selling their physical possessions. I mean, I have let go of a lot of things. I mean, some of my physical possessions I still love to have around. I mean, that's what we should do. We should surround ourselves with beauty, right? But I think we have to be careful of getting trapped in that beauty. Something happened to it, right? All right. And the oh, you're supposed to say it 9 times. Help me, help me, help me. So you do that 9 times. So nine, why nine? Nine is the um, nine is the transformation number. We're in a 9 year right now. September is a 9 month. Look at everything that's transforming. So we have to keep these ideas together, right? Like what's going on? What's going on here in reality, right? So yeah, if you would not mind doing some homework and praying and meditating, over our country and over our world, so we don't have a war, so we don't get destroyed, and so that the changes are modified. I mean, if the earth has to crack, maybe people could get some warning ahead of time, right? So I think it's really good to pray over the map. I mean, if you need a visual, I think a visual is always helpful. All right, we're going to get into the meditation because I'm going to go outside and wait for the village to come. And I'll take some pictures of the lines on the street. They spray your sidewalk, and they sprayed my driveway. They're marking all the water lines. So I have one of my favorite crystals, the one with the lines inside. It's supposed to be magnetically charged to gold lines, better than lead lines. So it's going to be my meditation. Is like that. Let that water, that lead out, right? Let it go. Let it be gone. Hopefully they don't destroy my tree. So I'm going to put light around it. So let's put light around whatever you want to heal right now, and whatever you want to transform. Let's make that about us right now, and then let that spill over into the world. And like I said before, you might feel yourself start to spin. I usually feel it start to spin in a chakra, the lowest chakra, the sacral iliac area. A lot of people are having work on their hips now. It's a good idea to have acupuncture done on your hips, on your legs, to move that chi down into your knees. I'm so glad you're taking the time to meditate with me and get a Reiki blessing. And like I talked about it before, you might hear some sound, vibration. I'm not talking about like an ear infection or you're losing your hearing or something like that. That would have to be diagnosed by your doctor, right? But we are talking about like hearing divine music. So when you come up to a level of meditation, and I talked about this before and I don't have a lot of time to go into it again, so you have to check back on one of my previous videos on sound. But this sound that you hear is like diffuse. It's almost like it's like an opera. It's more like sparkling light. So if you could put a sound on sparkling light, that's what you might hear in meditation. All right, let me clear the heart chakra again. So no self-doubt, right? We have to get rid of self-doubt. We have to stand strong. And remember, tell those angels to get off the couch, stop reading their newspapers, and help us out here. And the intergalactics too. We have to invite them into our sphere of energy. We all travel around like in a little sphere of energy, kind of like a beautiful egg. That's what Carlos Castanedas used to say. If you haven't read that book, I guess it's okay on YouTube to quote a book, right? It's not like I'm reading from it. They don't let you read from a book now. That's goofy. I mean, I don't know why you can't read from a book. What's so bad about that, right? The people are trying to control media. I mean, some media should be controlled. The media they should control, they don't control, right? All right, my lovies, have a wonderful Thursday, and I'm going to take some pictures of what those little markings are. So if you've never had your sidewalk dug up before, you'll see what it looks like, okay? I'm so glad I could meet with you guys. I feel so good.